Hi there, it's Jen, and it is Friday, November 17th. Welcome to my live video. If you're there watching with me, let me know. If you're watching the replay, let me know. And what I'm going to do is make a card using Stampin' Up! Products from start to finish, and I'm going to do that in just a second. But what I like to do first is I like to do a draw for the card that I made the week before. So let me just show you that. Here is, I made a vanilla version and a white version. And this one seemed to be the more popular one, so that's the one that I'm going to do the draw for. In order to get in on the draw, all you had to do was to comment, like, or share my post from last week, and then you'd get in on the draw. So let me go to my little draw thing here. So hold on a second. It always comes up with this advertisement. So I'm going to do the draw. As long as you're Canadian and not a demonstrator, you can win this card. So here we go. Let's see what we're getting here. So Lisa, I will reach out to you, Lisa, and make sure I have your address and stuff, and then you can get that card. So let me just stop the share here and jump back. So hello, Nicole. How are you today? Can you hear me okay? And so the same thing will apply for this week. If you comment, like, or share the video that I'm doing now, then you'll be in the draw for next week. So I'm going to move these cards aside and jump down to the craft table, and we'll get started. If you've got any questions for me or comments, feel free to comment, and I'll check them out. If not now, later. I try to read comments as I go along. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I am using today ones you've seen me use before. Some of them was last week too, actually. Joy of Noel and Christmas Classics. These are both in the mini catalog. Let me just show you those. I've got it marked here because I go here so often. These are probably two of my favorites from this Joy of Christmas suite. And I'll put a link in as well to where these all are. But they're just gorgeous stamp sets, and they've got fun dies too that I'm going to use. So hello to Paulette and Mark. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so I'm going to start off with this Noel. So I'm using both of them actually, little bits out of each of them because they go so well together. So the Noel is actually out of the Joy of Noel, and I'm going to stamp that with pecan pie ink on this little piece of basic white. Now it doesn't really matter the size because I am going to die cut this out. There are matching dies for that. So there's the pecan pie, very pretty. And then while I've got that pecan pie out, I'm also going to do some words, and I'll show you which set they're from. This says Christmas, and then we'll do Merry. I'm going to pull this down just a little bit so I can see it, and then I'll pull it up again. Merry Christmas. You could do those in two different colors if you wanted to. And so that is from this one, the Christmas Classics. So they've got a bunch of different words that you can piece together, greetings. I've also pieced together those because it's the same font. So there's lots of things you can do with that. So let me just close this ink pad up because we're going to do something a little bit messy today. And I'm going to move all these aside because I don't need them anymore. Hello, Kathy. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of these. Now, these are called Foamadissimo sheets. They're in the main catalog. And if you don't yet have a catalog, please let me know. I'm happy to send you one. So they come here and they're like little 4x5, I guess is the size. So I've just cut a little piece off here, and I'm going to stick it on the back of this. In fact, I don't even need it to be quite that big. So let me just cut it down a little bit. And I save all of these little bits because it's just like dimensionals, really, like these things. But these things are already pre-sized into honeycomb shapes. This is just one great big sheet of it. So I've stamped that kind of in the middle. So I'm going to stick that. So I'm just going to basically turn these letters into a great big dimensionalized version. So let me get those out of the way. And I'm going to bring in my little mini machine here, my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I'm going to do plate 1, and then plate 2, then the paper. Oh, I'd help if I had the die too, so let me grab the die. Is everyone having a good afternoon? Let's just find the die here. It's missing. I probably put it away on the other set. Yes, I did. Because they're so interchangeable, I just mixing up the dyes too. Any plans for the weekend? I'm going to maybe get my Christmas decorations out. Someone who's actually online here gave me a good idea to do that before the weather gets bad. So all I'm doing is just making sure those dies are straight. And then I'm going to take a piece of this. This is removable tape that I get from Amazon, and I have a link on my website under Jen Recommends. I'll put a link here as well. I'm just going to tape that down so it doesn't move on me, okay? Because this is kind of bumpy, right? And then the other fun thing, so away we go through the machine, we need a little bit of offset here to make sure that will go, is tonight and Sunday, my team of demonstrators called Jen's Junkies, we're doing an online play date. So we have a couple demonstrators present, so I'm presenting, and we have a theme, and we just present stuff online. It's a lot of fun. It's one of the fun things we do as a demonstrator group. There's no business to it per se. We're just learning stuff and making cards and or other things. I'm actually making an other thing tonight. Okay, so I'm going to pull this tape off here now, and what we're going to end up with. Normally that tape doesn't rip like that. That's the first time I've seen that do that, actually. So we're going to end up with those dimensionalized letters. I'm going to just put those aside for a few minutes because I want to build the rest of the card first. And those often will peel off with the tape. I don't want it to all merge together nicely. Okay, so I've got a piece of real red here. And I picked that color because it's the color of this paper. This is the Joy, also in that sweet Joy of Christmas Designer Series paper. Last week I used some of that nice plaid paper that's got all these pretty designs. One of my favorite papers in the catalog too. Okay, so I'm going to fold this in half. So this is just cut the long way. I call it a hot dog version of the card. Often I cut it the hamburger way. So I'm going to just line up the edges here. And I will check your comments there in a second. And I'm going to do that. Is anyone Christmas shopping this weekend? And I'm going to add... Or you're done already? Are you those people that are done already? I'm just starting to think about it. I do have a few little things that I buy when I see them throughout the year, but nothing significant. We don't buy a lot of gifts anyways, but okay, so I've done that. Oh yes, I'm going to do this on the inside. So I'm kind of building all the rest of the card before I get to the messy part. And I've got here, this is our tearing tape. And called that way because you can literally tear it just like I just did to put it down. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to have to peel this up just a little bit. I didn't estimate a good length here. So I'm just peeling up that backing a little bit and then laying that down. Okay, and that's going to be a little bit long, but that's okay. I'll show you how to adjust that. Let me estimate this one a little bit better. Okay. Putting that down. And you guys aren't talking. You're not telling me what you're doing this weekend. Either out of the up. There's a little bit of a delay usually, but okay, so I'm going to peel off all that backing tape. And this one too. So with this tape, you've really got to rub it so it stays down when you try to peel off the layer. I don't know if having nails helps or it doesn't help. So I'm going to peel that off. So there's a little bit of overhang there. Oops, I'm not in the right view. Hold on. Maybe that's why you're not coming, because you can't see. There we go. So I'm just going to fold that over. Okay, so I just put tear and tape all along here. And oh my gosh, what a silly sausage I am. I just put it where I don't need it. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix that. I didn't look at my own words that I stamped. So I'm going to add another piece. Hold on. And I'm going to peel that piece off. That might be a bad start for my demonstrating. So this piece here needs to not be there. So there's a couple ways I can handle that. One, I can grab this eraser that I have. This is also on my Jen Recommends list, and I can actually just try to erase that off. It's a little sandpaper eraser. But that's going to take a little bit of time to get that. So instead, I'm going to grab, hold on, I'm going to find it. Here it is. This is my embossing buddy, and it comes in the embossing editions pack. Includes a little tray when you're going to emboss, and a cute little, oh, I've already got it out because I need it for something else, pair of tongs. So what I want to do is I just want to make that not sticky anymore. So I'm just going to add that. Let me check it. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so this is why I wanted to do this, because on the inside of the card, this is going to go here and it's going to be a pocket. So I want to be able to slide something in here. There we go. Okay. Without it falling out. So I'm pushing down and without it falling out, so I needed that top lip. So if you make a pocket like that, make sure that you don't do the top edge. I didn't look very carefully at the words I'd stamped. Okay, so let me see what else I got to do here. Okay, I'm going to add some of this. This is our wavy trim from the annual catalog. It's very pretty, and I just never been sure how to use this, and so I thought today I want to use this, but it doesn't tie a nice knot because it's got this pretty design in it. So I'm just adding dots of glue with this mono adhesive all across here, and then I'm going to just hold this on here because that's the pretty part of it. I'm not going to try and tie it. I'm just going to let it sit on top there and be its pretty self. Okay, so I'm just going to hold that for a few minutes till it dries. So I'm looking now, still nobody talking about their weekend plans. Maybe you're doing nothing, and that's lovely. Let me know. I'm going to maybe put away my summer clothes, which sounds silly, but yeah, I'm going to give that another second to dry before I trim that. And I'm going to add another piece of tear and tape. Now this I want to be exact, so I'm actually going to cut this one. I am going to make it start here. Actually, I think I'm going to make it go the whole length this time, as opposed to my sample. All the way to here. And I'm going to cut it. Okay. And what I'm going to use here, I'm going to give it a good rub, is this stuff. It is Gilded leafing, and it's in the annual catalog. Looks like this when you open it up. It's very pretty. So my first suggestion is when you open this up, have a container that is bigger because it kind of expands this stuff. It's very fluffy, and you kind of need something to put it in. So I'm going to, let's start by getting rid of the ribbon. I'm going to just trim this ribbon. Ta-da. And here. And you know what? I just remembered something else I want to do. So I'm going to do it first. These here are classic gift card holder envelopes, and it comes with 20 of them. So I've used a few of them already. So it fits a gift card perfectly. I showed it to my husband because I used it for something. He goes, that doesn't fit a gift card. It actually fits it perfectly. Stampin' Up! Knows what they're doing. And I'm going to take this little tiny piece of paper. So I just sized it so that it would sit right on top of this gift card holder. Really simple and pretty. So that's going to slide right in there. And then I'm going to take another piece of this stuff here. But this time I'm going to use my tape. And I'm going to stick this on here. Like so. So I just wanted to show you the difference. Plus I want to make them match. So now this has some sticky parts on it, which I'm going to address in a second. And this is all sticky. So this gilded leafing is one of the things that I'm starting, well, I've started last month actually, a special product focus. So each month I'm going to have a product that I focus on. And then when you buy that product, you're going to get a compilation of 3 different idea sheets using that product. So this month it's this gilded leafing, and if you buy the gilded leafing this month, then you'll get that extra project sheet. So the project sheet shows a different way to do this, and this is another way you can do it. So I thought I'd show that. So that's very sticky now. So I'm going to stick it in here in my little jar, and I'm going to just add some extra leafing. You can see it comes in all different sizes. See that nice big chunk there? And it's like gold. And I'm going to just make sure it's rubbed on there. You can see it kind of goes all over the place. And I'm going to use this sponge. You could use a paintbrush. You could even use your fingers. it will get all over. And I'm going to use this to kind of dab it in. If you don't like messy stuff, you might not like this. Or you might like it because you can contain the mess. So once I've got it kind of know that it's pushed into that, I'm going to rub it off. And you can see it's actually sticking a little bit here, which is kind of what I wanted on the other piece. And that's fine. It's going to add to the look. And I'm just going to rub on the edges and just rub to pull off anything extra that's hanging around there. A little bit on the edge there. So check that out. Isn't that so pretty? It's almost it's not straight gold. It's got like a variation in it because it's all those little chunks, but it's so pretty and so easy to do with that strip. So now this little piece, because there's some extra glue there, we should get some sticking there too. So I'm just going to mush it in there. That's a technical word, mush. I'm just going to really dab it in there, and then I'm going to brush it off again. Oh yeah, look at that. How pretty is that? I'm hoping the camera will focus on it. It's kind of tucked in behind there almost. That's almost easier to use that strip. Kathy says she's busy working on a Christmas card. Awesome. As I listen and watch. Well, how perfect is that? Me doing a Christmas card while you're doing Christmas cards. Okay, so I am going to just give that a brush, and I'm going to put that there. Like I said, you'll probably never get it to fit in here. I've used quite a bit of this already. So I would actually have an extra jar there ready to go. So that's gilded leafing is what that is. Okay, so you would slide your gift card in here. You know, I have one. I have one here that I have ready to go for somebody else. Well, first of all, I won't show you the whole card because I might show it to you guys again, but look how cute that is. It's a little birthday one. And it's an LCBO card. And even put the little receipt in there. So here we go. I'll stick this in here after. I have to remember to put it back in the birthday card. There we go. So it slides right in there perfectly. And then there's a little place you can tuck it down there. So on the inside of my card, this is going to go like that. How cute is that? Okay, so I'm going to leave that out for a second because I want to finish this off. I have die cut a couple things here. Using those dies, and I'm going to attach the one here, and so even if you're given a gift card, you can still make it pretty. So this is the stem. I actually had this already pre-cut from another card, and I kept it. I'm so glad I did, because I'm just going to insert this little piece here. I didn't keep the other little things, but there's just a little bit of gold in there, and I'm going to put a little bit of tape here and here. And I'm going to add these little bits. Okay, and now I'm going to grab my Noel and pop this out. So the backing will come right off that dimensional sheet. I'm going to put this down. I'm just going to lay it really lightly in case I need to move it for spacing. So I'm going to do the same thing. That backing came right off the L. I'm going to lay this down super light. Okay, this one, that'll pop out. Backing came off that too. We're going to totally fix up that little spot there. I'll show you how we're going to do that. No mistakes in stamping. So, and then the E. And I love that there's a line here that I can line this up on. Okay, and actually that spacing looks pretty good, and I think they're straight. So I'm just going to press them all down. So there's our card so far. So pretty. And then with the little, oops, where'd my gift card go? A little gift card inside in the little pocket. Oh, and you know what I meant to do? I even had the white here. Silly me. I meant to put this on the back so you'd have a place to write. But you know what? So you'll just have to do a gel pen or maybe write down there or something. Okay, so one more thing I want to add. And of course, you guys know what that is. That is bling. I have gold all over my shirt right now, by the way. So I'm going to take my Take-A-Pick tool and make sure I've got some putty here. I'm just going to, this one is almost at the end here. You know what, I'm going to grab this one because I just put some fresh putty in it. You can see the difference. See, first of all, how far it's out. And you can see that it's more like a little string. So I'm just going to tighten this up to squeeze out some more putty. Here we go. And Nicole says, very pretty. Thank you, Nicole. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a gem here and I'm going to stick it right on that spot. These gems are still available, adhesive back sparkle gems. So I've just put it right on that little spot so you can't even tell now that there was a boo-boo. And then let's see here. I put them in a different spot on my other card, so I think I'll change that here. One there and one there, and you can see the difference. Sometimes I just like to fill in holes when I'm doing cards and gems. So I really like that. And I like the fact that it's on a red base rather than my usual white. I figured there was enough white on the card because of this and this, that there was enough white. So I just love all this look together, the crumb cake and the reds and greens and the neutrally color. Just love it, love it, love it. Okay, let me show you my original one here too. Put away this. There's not a whole lot of difference. I can see I put the string up a little bit higher. And what else? I put the gems here instead on this one, here and here. And I think that's it. The inside is almost identical with the gift card holder. So I like that. And you could even put, if it wasn't a gift card, you could put lotto tickets in there or a ticket for a show or something, or not make a pocket at all. But I just thought the pocket was kind of a fun thing to show. I actually quite like that one on the gem, and I love this gold thing. It is just so pretty. Yep, so that's gilded leafing that I did, and the project sheets show you how to do it with the heat and stick powder, which is another way to do that too. Okay, so let me see if you guys have any comments here. Very nice card, Anna says, and Nicole says very pretty, and Mark says, did you just buy a putty refill or a new end? You can buy a putty refill. That's a great question. Hold on, I've got one here. I'll show you. So they come like this. Take your pick, putty refill. This is one that I haven't opened yet. So let's open that up. These are my non-Stampin' Up! Scissors that I use for things like this that I don't want to wreck my good scissors for. I think there might be 2 in here. Yeah, 2. So it just comes like that. So where's the one that's almost done? I don't know what it, oh, here it is. I'm still going to use it right till it ends, but you can see the difference here. Look at these two. So this one here, I've screwed it down and used up almost all the putty, and that one's still fresh, just done. So you basically unscrew this and throw it away and screw in this new one. So here we just, so you can see there that it'll fit in. So yeah, that's one of the items available. So I can put a link in there too. You know, I say I'm going to put a link and then I often forget. So if I forget and you want to know, please just remind me. But it's called Take Your Pick Putty Refill. Yeah, so eventually that putty will wear out if you're using it, and I use mine all the time. So yeah. Robin says, hey, I'm late, and she loves the card. Marg says, thank you. You're very welcome, Marg. I have something that is packaged up and ready to mail for you today. You know what that is. Okay, so that is all I have for you guys today. I thank you very much for watching, whether you're watching now or watching the replay. Good luck with whatever your weekend plans are. I'm like looking at the screen, but there's gold on my screen and on my shirt. Anyways, thanks again for joining me. Don't forget to comment, like, and share. Thank you, Robin, already for sharing. I love it. And I will see you all again next Friday, same time, same place. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.